Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Courtney Watson, and I live at 11436 Butterfruit Way in Ellicott City, Maryland. I've been an Ellicott City resident for 30 years, and I represented this town on the county council for 8 years. And as a former colleague of yours, I respect your work on this issue. And as a candidate for state delegate this year, I am mindful of the separation of duties between county and state, and I defer to you and your judgment as you work through this issue. But whatever decision is ultimately made that you make on purchasing structures and demolishing them, I would ask you to think about creating a robust economic development plan on a parallel path to support the businesses that will be open throughout this process. Please consider inserting language in the bill to require the next administration and county council to create vibrancy in this town during the inevitable disruptions that will come with the implementation of any plan that you pass. The issue of flood mitigation for Ellicott City is helped, but it's not solved in the 5-year plan, and so we know that the plan must be longer than 5 years. We also know that Howard County cannot, and should not be required to do this alone. Ellicott City is the canary in the coal mine in the state, and the opportunity for the state to do things differently is here. I maintain that the state needs to provide more funding from existing sources for towns like this one that are being severely impacted by more intense rainstorms. In my research and talking with policymakers at the state, I've identified 4 opportunities that I would pursue to provide more state funding for Ellicott City flood mitigation. Number 1, the Flood Hazards Management Act of 1976 is in place, but it has not been active in terms of providing grants to localities for many years. It could be revised through state legislation to address current flooding scenarios. Number 2, the Water Quality Revolving Loan Fund that provides loans to localities could be modified by the state legislature to include loan forgiveness in situations like Ellicott City. The Bay Restoration Fund from 2004 was a fee to upgrade 67 sewage treatment plants across the state. It's also known as the flush tax. The largest treatment plants are complete, and there's reason to believe that some of this existing funding could be available through state legislation to assist towns like Ellicott City in this situation. The introduction of a new bill to dedicate funding with each year to historic towns, prioritizing Ellicott City to assist with upgrading stormwater infrastructure and protecting from flash floods is another 4th option, and there is precedent for this approach in aiding counties with other kinds of infrastructure expenses. These are 4 options. The first 3 involve updating existing programs, and the 4th would be new. I would commit to vigorously pursuing, in partnership with everyone in this room, these options to bring Howard County more money from the state. Ellicott City can be safe, businesses can prosper and grow, and history can be saved, but Howard County cannot and should not be doing it alone.
Thank you.
Thank you.